Michael Jackson is the definition of what the Lord can do in someone's life when you are obedient to his commands, particularly here when it comes to your talents. For those of you who may or may not know, Michael Jackson was known to say a lot of times, calling his producers at 3 a.m. He would wake up with these lyrics, with these melodies, arrangements in his head. Sometimes he would record himself, and then he would call the producer and say, we need to get to the studio, we need to record. And they'd be like, now? Michael, you can wait. Michael, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Why do we need to record now? And he would say, if I don't do this now, God is going to give his ideas to Prince. Something very beautiful there. God is going to give his ideas, those ideas, to Prince. Michael didn't, and Michael said this many times, he didn't consider himself the creator of his ideas. And he said it in interviews, I hate giving myself credit for any of it. I feel like I'm a vessel. I receive it and I put it out in the world. It's so beautiful, the extent of the obedience. And this reminds me so much of the parable of the talents that Jesus talks about, which has been something very frequent in my mind. And I'll share with you in a little bit. But you who's listening to me, and I'm saying this to myself as well as I'm looking at the camera, how much would God transform your life if you would obey in using your talents? The talents that you receive are not yours. God is trusting you with them. He's trusting you with them. I'm going to share this parable so that you understand a little bit of what I'm saying. It's called the Parable of the Talents. And in this parable, a Lord goes on his trip and he has 3 servants. In this time, talents were money, but this Lord was trusting them with it. He gave one of them 5 talents, he gave another one 2, and then he trusted another one with 1. These talents represents not only the talents, the gifts, but the opportunities that the Lord gives you. 2 of those servants work the talents they were given, and they multiplied it. But the other one, the third one, was afraid of losing his talent, so he buried it. So then this Lord comes from the trip, and he sees what they have done with the talents, and he says to the ones that multiplied, well done, thy good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter through into the joy of the Lord. Guys, Michael knew he had these talents and he was very respectful of it. I heard him say in an interview, I think it's a sin to have, I want to cry because I feel convicted. I feel like, and that's good, that's good. To have a talent and to not cultivate it. It's very important. I feel like God is convicting me right now. Like, yes, I'm talking to you as I'm speaking right now. It's like, yes, you. And through the many things that happened through Michael's difficult life, he listened to that. And look how much he transformed the world, or better yet, the Lord, through the things that Michael was obeying and listening to. There's people who now, even if they don't go into the world of music, which he transformed a lot, there's many people who are influenced to protect animals, to protect wildlife, to help children, because of the message that Michael felt compelled to share. I think that's very beautiful. And guys, if you have a talent and you're listening to this, go ahead and use them. They're not yours. He's trusting you with it. I constantly, as I think about this, I think, what am I going to have to show for what God gives me? And I better lock in. Seriously, we better lock in. So the question is, what are you going to do with the gifts that were given to you? And if we trust what the Lord has made us for, how could we all transform the world? Imagine how much we could transform the world if we were all obedient.